For the second exercise this week, you're asked to take input from the user. So we'll go back to creating a program, and we'll first open up a terminal found under System Tools, Terminal. And if you remember, I was working in a directory called CPSC 231. And my hello.py is still there. So I want to modify that to now also take some input from the user. So I'm going to open it in the editor Emacs. As I mentioned, you can use any editor you wish. Hello.py. And the ampersand just means I keep my prompt and it opens what is called in the background. Control ex1 makes it into one window. So I have my two print statements there, so that means I can give information to the user. But now I want to get input from the user. So for example, inputs. And I need to know, I need to give a message. Okay, so here I can put nothing whatsoever and it will just wait for input. Or I can actually put a message there in a string to indicate what input I'm looking for. So what is your name? Okay. Is a first start. So I'll save this. And now I can run this Python hello.py. So it's basically just sitting there, what is your name? So if you look at the program, this is the first line of code. It's asking for some inputs, and the input is waiting for input. So it's not going to go to the next line of code to print hello world until I've actually entered some input. So I can enter my name, Natalie, and then it goes to the next lines. Now, usually when the user enters something, we want to do something with it. So this string that the user has entered, we want to put in a variable. So I'm just going to have name is equal to whatever the user inputs, so that I can now print that name if I want. So print name. Save this. By the way, I hit Control X, Control S, so you hold the Control key down to do a save. Or you can use the file menu. And again, I want to run this same program, which has now been changed. So my name, asking me for the name, Natalie. And now it prints Natalie, hello world, and then hello again. Now, one more change I want to make here. I really don't want to print these three different statements. I would just like to say hello, and then whatever the user's name was. So I'll just say hello. And the name, and then maybe an exclamation mark or a dot behind it. And let's take these two out of there. So I saved it, and I go to my terminal, and I will run the program again. Notice that I didn't type it. I used my up arrow keys to get to the previous command. So I can go up, 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 and it will show me all the commands that I've done. What is your name? Natalie. And it will say hello, Natalie, and then a space, and then a period. The space is forced in there. You can look later to see how you can change that. But this is a basic way of getting input from the user.